I don't know how this looks. I'm using a new setting, but hopefully it looks good. I'm sorry if I sound weird. I did not get sleep last night. I'm so tired. I have a headache and my throat hurts because I yelled for the first time in a really long time yesterday. And it was like one of them like deep from your chest yells of frustration. I was mad at my dog. It pretty much is what happened. And don't feel bad. He found it as a joke anyway, so whatever. So, well, first of all, I have a smoothie because again, my throat hurts and this is like kind of like an ice pack right now. It's really good. It's a tropical one, like mango, pineapple, and strawberry, I think. And then I got myself some coxinhas with their sauce. I love, if you know me in real life, you know I love sauces. I got like a mini thing. I need to take off my coat. I feel hot. It's like I don't like, yes, I want winter to be, I'm also sore from the gym. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Yes, I want winter to be like over, but I'm so scared of not wearing my coat because you know, like the moment it's like good weather and you stop wearing your coat, like that's when you get sick. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so I got coxinhas from Snack Mania in Newark. Is very nice. They're very nice people. They make very good coxinhas. I got half regular chicken and I think 3 cheese or buffalo. I don't remember which one I picked. It's the regular chicken. Oh my god, so good. They're like these tiny little, look at that. It's so tiny, so cute. Okay. So today, we're kind of going to be talking about a form of friendship that I feel like a lot of people relate to recently. Because, like, I'll talk about it, people are like, yes, like, you know? Like, they understand where I'm coming from. So, first off, it's also, like, what I consider myself in my friendships now, because I feel like I used to have such, like, a key role in my, I'm also in my dad's car. In case you're, like, wondering, I'm in my dad's car. My car is, like, it has to get fixed right now, so my dad let me use his car. But, yeah, so it's kind of, like, what I feel like my friendships have become, like, over time. I used to be, like, I feel like I used to be super, like, I'm not gonna say important, but like super like a key factor in my friendships, but slowly I started like not being a key factor, and like, you know, I think part of it is definitely my fault, but at the same time I think it's like everyone just got too busy, or like it's like I'm the friend that like they knew for a very long time and they've made new and shiny friends that are like just a lot more like closer, and they don't really know them that well, so it's easier to kind of just become whoever they want to be. But with me, it's like, hey, like, which I talked to my therapist about this, but it's kind of like I would be that friend that's like, hey, like, are you okay? I'd be that friend that'd be like, hey, like, are you okay? I noticed you're doing this a lot. And they won't like that because it's kind of like I'm watching them too closely, but it's like kind of like I know you and I know that's not normal, which is why I'm pointing it out. And it's like more out of a place of concern rather than a place of like judgment, but it comes off as judgment, I guess. That's what my therapist says. But yeah, anyway, point is I thought I was like a floater friend, which is like someone who doesn't stick to just one friend group, but instead drifts between multiple social circles, friendly, adaptable, and can vibe with different people without being tied down to one specific person, like to one specific group. But no, like, I don't know, I don't consider myself that. Like, this is more about like someone who is like, I feel like I was like the convenience friend, the afterthought friend, like the friend that's like, it's someone who people genuinely like but don't prioritize. Like, I'm like, yeah, they really liked me, but I wasn't a priority anymore because they had new friends and like new people to like pursue. And it's like, as much as like I want to understand that, at the same time, no matter how many new friends I would make, I would still prioritize the ones that like have stuck with me. They might be overlooked, canceled, or on frequently, or set aside when better plans come up. Yet they're expected to always be understanding and available, which is very true. I got canceled on a lot, and then it would always be like, oh, like, you know, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do that. Oh, I forgot, I already agreed to do this. And it's kind of like, dang, like, it sucked, because it's like, I'm prioritizing, I was working and going to school at the same time, and this person, like, these people weren't doing that, but they were only going to school, but they only prioritized the people that they went to school with. And it's like, as much as like I tried to do like everything I can, like I used to be such a people pleaser, and I hate, like, now I look back and I really hate myself for it, because I literally used to ask them like what their schedules would look like so I can change my schedule to look like theirs. I would literally ask for weekends off for my job just to like open my availability to them, and then they wouldn't take it up, like the offers, because they would be like too busy like with other people, or they were studying, or they were doing something else. And it was just like, I had gotten to a point where it was just like, can I just like study with you guys then? Like, can I meet these new people? Like, I was practically like begging to be a part of their lives. And that's what slowly led me to like stop trying, I guess, because it was kind of like, I don't want to force myself to be around people. I don't want to force people to be around me. Like, that's what I felt like I was doing. It was just kind of like, I'm making you feel bad because I'm constantly trying to like set boundaries and set like, hey, like, I'm here and I feel like you don't care about me anymore. And they'll be like, no, I do care about you, but there's just all this other things and all these other people. And it's just like, as much as I can sit there and understand and whatever, I just can't mentally be available for people whenever they would want me to be available anymore. Like, I couldn't do it anymore. People in this situation often feel like they're only invited when others are unavailable, which is true. I literally was called one day, even though I already had plans, I was called one day to go like somewhere, and they were like, yeah, like this person couldn't go, so I was wondering if you could. And I already had plans with like someone else, and I was like, hey, like, I can't go there because that's like kind of far, and it's like cutting it close to like this other plan that I had, but I can still see you for a little bit if you want. But then they didn't really like that. Like, it was just kind of like, they basically said like, but I thought you said like I can call you whenever. And it's just like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't have other people to hang out with, just like you guys do. It was just kind of weird. Like, it was like, if I wasn't available, it was just weird to them, but they were never available for me whenever I asked. But whenever they asked, it's like I had to drop everything. And it was just like a really weird situation. Get canceled on or forgotten, but are expected to be forgiven. Yeah, there was like a time where like we were trying to make plans, and they were like, oh, like, I'll call you on this day, and then they just never called. So I just made the plan and I sent it to them, but then we didn't have anything to do after like said like the specific thing, so it was just kind of like nothing. Like, it was just like air, and I just left. Like, not that I just left, but it was just like there was no other reason for us to be there anymore at that point, because it was just like, it literally felt like I was forcing people to hang out with me at that point, because it was like, yeah, we did this thing, but now what? And it was just kind of like, I just wanted to be in their, like, not in their space, but like in their life, like in their, like, I didn't care what we were doing, I just wanted to hang out with them. But it just didn't feel like that to me, like how they felt to me. It felt like we always had to do something like extravagant, or like, not extravagant, but it always had to be like a plan. Like, it always had to be like an activity or something. Like, it could never be like, hey, like, do you just want to come over and watch movies? Hey, like, do you want to come with me to the store real quick? Or hey, like, do you just want to like go shopping? Like, like something like simple. It always had to be like, if I wanted to do something with them, it always had to be like, hey, like, look at this really cool thing. And sometimes even if I would like send them this really cool thing I wanted to do, sometimes they would do it with other people. And then I would have to sit there and be like, then they would like be confused on why I was like upset when I was like, hey, like, I wanted to do that, why didn't you just wait for me so we can do that? And it's like, no, I didn't invent the place, but you didn't know about it or care about it until I showed it to you, and now I'm supposed to be okay with the fact that you just went with other people. So it's like, I don't know, it was just weird. Are supportive and dependable, but the effort isn't always reciprocated, which is very true. I I have dropped everything to like be like, okay, like you need to get out the house, you need to walk, you need to air, like I'll help you with that, whatever. Like you need anything, like I'll drive you home if you want, like I'll give you rides. But I was it's not that I wanted them to like drive me home, give me rides, and drop everything for me, but it's kind of like asking how was your day was, and then the other person doesn't ask back. It was always kind of like that. It's just kind of like, I want to know all about your life, and I want to get to know this new you and watch you grow, but it's like I wasn't allowed to reciprocate that. Like I wasn't allowed to show like what I'm doing to grow, what I'm saying, or like whatever I did, it was just kind of like, okay. Like it wasn't anything like, not that, I don't know how to explain it, because I feel like such a jerk sometimes, like with this whole situation. Like it just feels so stupid. It was just never reciprocated or like supported. Like it would just kind of be like, oh, like I want to start dressing like this. Okay, like let's Pinterest. Look at this. Look what I found. Look at the store. Look at this, like whatever. And then, oh, like look at this jewelry I found. What's so special about it? Like it's just kind of like, it didn't matter how I felt or all the things that I did in my life. Like it didn't really matter. But whenever they had like any accomplishments, I was always there like, oh, that's fantastic, like so great, so happy. Like it was just weird. Like it was like the friendship was like slowly dwindling, and I just couldn't see it until like the very last point, I guess. May struggle to set boundaries because they don't want to seem confrontational, which is very true. I did not set boundaries until I think it was too late. Like I think I didn't really talk about how I was feeling until it was like, oh, like I didn't know you felt like that. Like I didn't know, like it's been this long and blah blah. Like I felt like I was just like, that's why it's like my fault to an extent. Like I kept saying that it was okay, it was okay, it was okay. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Like, you know, do what you gotta do what you gotta do. That it was, to them it was okay to cancel on me. To them it was okay that they weren't seeing me. To them I was the friend that like, oh, like we'll just catch up when we see each other. We always just pick up where we left off. And I hated that. I didn't want to be that friend. I don't want to be that friend. Like I want to be the friend that's like, hey, like let's go do this, and like, you know stuff that's like ongoing, like updates on my life, and it's like I would update, but I wouldn't get updates back. And it always felt like I didn't have the chance to get to know them and grow with them anymore, because it was like, I'm showing you the new things in my life, but you're not showing me the new things in your life. So it's like, you want me to see you grow, but you're not giving me any growth. Like it's like you're not showing me the growth. Oh my god, my throat is so the reason I think it's, wait, I'm gonna eat some more cochinos. Regular chicken or buffalo chicken? Ooh, she's a little spicy. No. Oh my god, it's so good. So the reason I had to say it's like my fault is because I was a little too nice, I think. I used to be super, which I don't know. Like I said, like I used to say that it was okay, it was fine. I didn't say that it was a problem until the 20th time they did it, which was stupid of me. Like I should have said like, all right, dude, like I don't really want to be canceled anymore. Because sometimes it's like, I understand rescheduling, I don't understand canceling. Because a lot of people can have rescheduled on me, like, and it's, I don't care the reason that you're rescheduling, but if you're just like continuously just canceling, and I don't see you for months, and then you're just like, but I'm just so glad we could pick up where we left off. It's like, we're not picking up where we left off though, because I don't even, like, we just talk about the same crap over and over again. And it's like, we'll get to that. They see you as too understanding. I was too understanding. I was like the person that's like I said, it's okay. it's okay that you're canceling on me. It's okay that you're busy. Like, I understand you need to study. I understand you have all these other plans. Like, you're too busy. Like, you just forgot. Like, it's okay. But imagine continuously just being forgotten about or being canceled on, and then, like, you have to be just okay with that. When, like, you made the plan, and now you can't, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you can't just pick someone else to hang out with on the day. Like, it's just like, okay. You're not a priority in their social hierarchy. Which I think was true. I slowly went down because I didn't go to the same school. I was just, like, not there. Like, I didn't go to the same school. I was working. I tried being there, but it's just, like, it never worked out for some reason. And it's, like, that's where it's, like, I don't know. Slowly, I just started being pushed down, but yeah, the lack of reciprocity. Oh my god, my brain is hurting. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Like, you know, the thing that I talked about earlier. They might be unintentionally selfish, which is what I think was happening slowly. Like I said, I don't think it was their fault. I don't think it was my fault. I think things just happened. Like, life just happened. But at the same time, it's like, I was trying so hard, and I felt like I wasn't doing enough no matter how hard I was trying. I would talk to my therapist about it, I'll talk to my other friends about it. I'm like, am I not doing enough? And they'll literally tell me, like, you're doing too much. Like, you're literally requesting weekends off of work. You're requesting days off of work that you could be getting paid because you want to hang out with these people for them to cancel on you. Or you're offering to drive them home even though you don't even go, like, that way at all. Like, you're doing all of this and you're being there for them when they're not really there for you, and you're doing too much. So eventually I had to stop. I had to stop doing all of that. But with the whole, like, unintentionally selfish thing, it's just kind of like they had all these other friends that they made that were, like, new and all, like, there was, like, a lot of them. So it's like, I can understand, hey, you have all these new people that you're always around. And honestly, when I was working with, like, when I worked at my old job with, like, a bunch of friends, I would make plans a lot with them because I was always around them. So I understand that with, like, the whole, like, closeness of it all. But to an extent, it's just like I hated how much I was pushed back and made into the friend that's like, oh, we'll just catch up, or we'll talk every once a month, or whatever. Like, it just got to the point where I was just, like, not important at all. I was a friend. That's it. Like, I was barely a friend, honestly. I was just, like, there whenever they, like, needed me, I guess. They keep you as a backup plan. Yeah. I've literally, like I said before, I literally had someone tell me, hey, like, they didn't want to go, I was wondering if you want to. And it's just kind of like, you know, like, I probably would have went and canceled my plan with the other person if I wasn't told that I was just a backup plan. And it was, like, crazy because that was, like, the first time in a while that they actually, like, picked up the phone and called me to ask for a plan. And the thing is, like, most of the part, they probably don't even remember any of this. Like, it's like, that's what I mean when it's, like, unintentionally selfish too. Like, it's just like they don't remember all of this stuff or the things that they say, or they don't recognize that it could be hurtful because it's like, to them it's like normal. And I don't know, like, that's what I mean when I'm like, it's kind of like not their fault but not my fault. It's just life that happened and things just got weird. So what can you do if this keeps happening? You reevaluate those friendships. At some point you gotta realize, like, are they really your friend, or are they just really, like, someone you hang out with sometimes? Are they really, like, do they really, like, prioritize you? Like, do they make you feel important? All those kind of things. Communicate your feelings. And I communicated multiple times and things changed for a little bit, but then they didn't. And it's just kind of like, that's where, to a point where the last time I said, like, hey, I feel like you don't care about me, it was the same thing over and over again. I do care about you, I swear, like, I'm just busy, like, blah blah blah, like, all this and all that. And yes, they were busy, they were going through things, like, I understand, but it was every single time I had this conversation with them, and I always felt like I was the one being pushed back while everyone else knew what was going on in their lives. And that was the point where I was just like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I can't keep being pushed back. I can't keep being the only one that's, like, trying. You know, like, it's just like, as much as, like, yes, you're going through things, yes, like you're busy, like yes, whatever. I was the one that was pushed back while everyone else wasn't. That was the difference. I just wasn't a priority anymore, and it like sucked, but it's better to understand that rather than continue feeling that way, because it sucks. Mentally it sucks. Set boundaries. If they repeatedly cancel or push you aside, don't always be available. See if they notice. So one time my therapist pretty much told me don't talk to them for a month. I stopped talking to one of them and never got a text back ever for like years. And then I stopped talking to one, and like I would get a text like every week, but it was never to hang out. It was always just kind of like random things. Like it was just kind of like, look at this TV show, or look at this thing, or hey, like whatever. But it was never like anything about them or asking me to hang out. Like I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. Prioritize friendships that prioritize you. Yeah. Prioritize the people who actually push you to do better. Prioritize the people who communicate with you, who actually want you around, who ask you to hang out, who you're not begging to hang out, who don't cancel on you all the time, who actually cares about what like comes out of your mouth. Yeah. Kind of friend, which is like considered like the convenience friend or afterthought friend, could also be called like the catch-up friend, or we always pick up where we left off friend, like I was saying before. They check on you occasionally, but they don't actively make plans with you. You're easy to talk to. They see you as low maintenance. Very true. They like the idea of the friendship, but don't invest in it. Very true. You're treated as a nostalgia friend, which is what I was getting into earlier. The nostalgia friend is like the friend that's like, you guys go way back, and you only talk about stuff that happened way back. Like you never talk about new things anymore. It's just always like the stuff back in like whatever. Like it's just like it was never anything new anymore. It's pretty much what happened. What you can do about this is notice who actually makes an effort to see you, match their energy, and be honest. Yeah. Just prioritize the people who actually care about you the way that you care about them. Match their energy. If you're seeing that they're not as reciprocating as you are, or as like into this friendship as you are, that's it. You don't have to do it anymore. Be honest. I wish I was honest about my friendships when I like kind of like, you know, stopped talking to people, because I pretty much said like, you know, which is kind of true, like, you know, you're too busy, I have too much, you know, you have too much going on, just text me when you're not busy anymore, text me when whatever. In reality, like I knew the friendship was just like falling, like it just wasn't happening anymore. I knew it was just like going downhill. I hated having to beg people to be in my life, you know, so that's why things just happen, you know. I hope you guys can relate or something, and like and subscribe, follow me on everything, link below, and yeah, oh my god, my throat hurts. Bye.